to move to the hip flexors now. So could you set up in a runner's lunge? So we have a left leg forward for this one. Hands either side of the left foot. And now can you fully extend the right leg like I'm demonstrating here. Left knee over center of left foot. Drive those hips into a posterior tilt. And you should be feeling a decent stretch through the front of your right hip flexor here. Hold this position for a few seconds. Drop the right knee down in a straight line like I am. For me, I need to come up onto the fingertips here. Head up, chest up, driving the tailbone forward. Squeezing the right glute, keeping the stretch on the right flexor. From here, can you come into this half knee and hip flexor stretch here, where you interlink the fingers and reach for the ceiling. And then working to the side. So we're going to progress into a side bend, picking up a stretch on the right side of your torso. Keep the stretch on the flexor, keeping those hips in the posterior tilt. Realign your shoulders, hands back to the floor, now into the runner's lunge again. So back to where we started, holding here for a few seconds. Dropping the knee down. I need to come up onto the fingertips. You could be palms down, depends on your flexibility. Chest up, chin up, look forward. Drive your hips forward. Squeeze your right glute. Come up into your half knee and hip flexor stretch. Keep the stretch on the flexor. Interlink those fingers, reach for the ceiling. Side bend to the left. Keep those arms nice and long. Realign, and we're going to do that for a third and final time. So you're back down into the runner's lunge, match my position. Hips into posterior tilt. Make sure the right leg is as long and as straight as possible. Fully extend your knee. Now drop the knee down. Drive the hips forward. Again, you may need to come up onto your fingertips here like me. Keep the chest up, chin up. Tailbone tuck in underneath your spine between your legs. Squeezing your right glute. Come up into your half knee and hip flexor stretch here. Keep the squeeze on the glute. Hips in posterior tilt. Reach for the ceiling. Fully lengthen the arms. Cover the ears and now side bend. Keeping the stretch on the flexor. Find the stretch through the right side of the torso. Realign. Hands down. Slowly come out of that stretch there. Okay, let's prepare that to the opposite side. So let's take a right leg forward this time. Right knee over center of right foot. And now both hands to the floor and fully extend the left leg like I'm demonstrating here. Hips into posterior tilt. Hold it there. Find the stretch through the front of the hip flexor. Drop the knee down. Drive the tailbone forward. You may need to come up onto the fingertips like me. You could keep the palms down, depends on your flexibility. Chest up, chin up. Come up into your half kneeling, hip flexor stretch here. Keep the hips in the posterior tilt, squeeze your glute. Interlink your fingers, reach for the ceiling. Side bend to the right. Pick up the stretch through the side of the torso as well as the front of the hip. Realign your shoulders. Bring your hands to the floor, back to your runner's lunge. Hold it there. Fully extend the left leg. Hips posterior tilt, right knee over center of right foot. Left knee down in a straight line. Drive the hips through. Pop up onto your fingertips if you need to. Chest up, chin up. Squeeze your left butt cheek. Come up to your half kneeling, hip flexor stretch. Interlink those fingers, reach for the ceiling. Cover the ears with the arms. Side bend. Do not twist or rotate, you're moving directly to the side. Keep driving your hips forward, keep your posterior tilt of the pelvis. Realign your shoulders for the third and final sequence. Back to runner's lunge. Hold it. Drop the knee to the floor. Extend those hips. Chest up, chin up. Squeeze your left butt cheek. Come up to your half kneeling, hip flexor stretch. Interlink the fingers, reach up. Side bend to the right. Keep that right knee over center of right foot. Hold the stretch there for a few seconds. Realign your shoulders and bring the arms down and slowly come out of stretch there. Well done. Excellent, and that completes the hip flexor sequence there. Well done.